played sports all around the world.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Here we are with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, Ernie Johnson. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the Grizzlies in Memphis. And for Memphis, they've got an opportunity tonight to sweep the season series 2-0. The coaching staff commented.
The mighty Mississippi River carving its path through Memphis, Tennessee, where we're coming to you from tonight. The crowd is assembled here at the FedEx Forum, downtown Memphis, Tennessee, looking for a Grizzly. And before the...
Well, Kevin,
thanks, David. And some teams this late in the season, Steve, have rosters that really have been ravaged by injury. Does that have an effect on the mentality of a team, seeing so many players on the shelf and knowing that there's more on your shoulders now?
Yeah, it does. I think sometimes you look at it and you're going, how much will we have left individually or a team when we have so many guys out? But a lot of players and a lot of teams do a great job of just gutting through it. But sometimes when you look at it, the deeper you go in the postseason, when you don't have enough bodies, it catches up to you.
And it's going to be the Grizzlies off the tip. Now let's take a look at the Bulls opening lineup. Mirotić at the power forward with Lopez in the middle. Levine is out there with Brown, and it's Valentine in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Levine.
The creativity, extreme athleticism. You see why Zach's won the dunk contest multiple times.
Kicks it out to Evans. No good with the triple. On defense, the Grizzlies. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
You know, they worked hard, they drew fouls, but they just couldn't convert at the line.
And it's one of those things that can deflate your team. After all that effort, you want points.
Chicago shooting their first free throws of the night.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
And so Levine nails both of them. And back when Dave Yeager was the coach of the Grizzlies, Steve, he admitted they were slow and old. Is that still the case? Does this team need to get more athletic?
Yeah, I think they do. They play at a slow offensive pace. They don't get a lot of transition points. Their outside shooting has improved, but they can use more athletes.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Liggins. And the rebound goes to Lopez. So at Chicago now, they come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still, their ability to stay composed was impressive.
When things come too easy, it's easy to lose focus. But they held each other accountable and played hard.
Evans outside. From deep three-point range, the Grizzlies with another miss.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Good eyes to find the open man. DJ out there passing with a purpose.
Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Conley kicks to Gasol. Pass to Reed. From past the arc. Goes back up. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
And the lid comes off the basket after 4 straight misses. They finally get one.
The kick out to Brown. Sinks the three-pointer.
And there you go. Terrific rhythm on that play. DJ catches the rock, and he was ready to fire.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Chicago leading by 7. This one for 3. Evans with the rebound. To the left side wing. Now Conley. 38 points for him last game against Milwaukee.
And he showed again why he is such a sensational playmaker. Some of the plays he made were just remarkable.
Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Valentine shot good.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
The Grizzlies on offense. Outside Conley. And finished off by Gasol.
You can't afford to leave one of Conley's teammates wide open. He will make you pay.
Here's DJ. Rejected by Gasol. Conley against Brown. There's the pass to Liggins. It's in there. Conley with the assist. Liggins has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Out to the right wing. Valentine wide open. He fires. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Evans gets to Conley. Gasol against Lopez. Gasol passes to Liggins. Back to Gasol. From the arc. Conley's shot is off. Chicago leading by 4. Brown dishes to Mirotic. Some solid defense from Reed. And for the Grizzlies, they're shooting a lowly 30% to start this game out. Evans kicks to Conley. Gasol passes to Reed. Conley with the 3. Another miss by Conley. For Chicago, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Levine a screen on Conley. Brown dishes to Levine. It's deflected, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. Brown outside. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%. The Grizzlies trail by 7. Outside Conley. Passes to Evans. Gasol setting the pick for Evans. Gasol a screen on Levine. Here's Evans. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
And even when the D is all over him, Tyreke Evans finds a way. So patient in the post.
And the shot goes in.
And you have to like the location of this pass. Gives it to him where he can do something with it.
Pass to Liggins. Lopez against Gasol. Over Lopez. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more. The Bulls leading by 5. On the wing, Levine. He's looking for Lopez and finds him. Rejected by Gasol.
Love how Gasol patrols the court, always on the lookout to reject a shot.
That one drops for him.
Strong move at the rim, overpowers the smaller defender.
And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago. And Marc Gasol, one of the best passing big men in the NBA. He averages as many assists as a lot of starting point guards.
You know what? As a terrific passer at the center spot and shooter, he's a zone buster in that high post. Great vision, and he can see over the top of the defense.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Olynyk, he's checked in for Gasol. Davis comes in for Willie Reed, and Andrew Harrison subbed in for DeAndre Liggins. Here's Harrison. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Well, Chicago has gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. And Markkanen throws it down.
And like how alert Wells is on the floor. High motor, guy who knows when one of his guys is open.
Harrison kicks to Davis. Pass to Harrison. Davis sets a screen. Memphis moving it around. Evans can't get that one to fall.
I mean, you can see it. He's way out of sync. It's been this way all quarter for him.
There's the pick. Brown the pass to Markkanen. Olynyk with the steal. Evans right side. Outside Conley. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans.
A very capable shooter from long range. The threat of Conley's quickness gives him space to get it off.
DJ kicks to Portis. It's rebounded by Memphis. Victory eluded them last time in Chicago when they faced the Bulls.
Yeah, and they got beat last time these two teams met, and really free throws were the story.
Shoots a three. Chicago grabs the miss. DJ's got his third rebound on the night. Holiday inside the line. The kick out to Brown. Bangs home the trifecta. Brown's got 11 points.
It is so important to be able to hit the three-point ball. DJ putting up points and stretching out the defense.
Here's Harrison. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Outside Conley. Olynyk sets a screen for Conley. Davis, and the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
Excellent use of the screen there to free himself up and create space to make the open J.
Holiday with the 3. He doesn't hit that one. And the Grizzlies going the other way now.
And, Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
Evans outside. Shot clock at 5. Outside for Davis. Here's Harrison. That misses, had a chance to tie it there. The feed now to Wells. Fires from the wing. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Wells has got his first bucket of the night.
And Wells has such a quick release. He's ready to pull as soon as the ball hits his hand.
55 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Now here's Olynyk. He's covered closely. Conley's shot is off.
It's been a frustrating quarter for him shooting the basketball. He just has to make sure he's taking good shots.
Dropping dimes all night. He's been completely locked in.
Unselfish basketball, that'll make you very popular amongst your teammates.
We've got 28 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter.
Brown outside. It's rebounded by Memphis. Here's Harrison. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Davis sets a screen. Conley with a wide open look. Good on the triple.
No way to contest Conley on the catch and shoot. He's so fast at getting his shot off.
And so it's DJ making highlights for Chicago. And it was from three-point range where he did the most damage. He knocked down 3 in that quarter. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. Looking at what we've seen from the Bulls, what do you guys think?
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
Fun to watch. They give you no time to set up on defense, and we see that reflected in the score.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for Chicago right now, Brown out there with Wells. Then there's Markkanen. And it's Holiday in at the 3 spot. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Clippers put on a show. He ended with 31 points and was diming everybody up with an incredible assist game, setting up his teammates all night long. The stat line was filled, and the whole league is talking about it. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
Great, David. Appreciate it. Well, he set the bar pretty high for himself with that performance.
He did. But we know he's going to try to raise that bar again tonight. No matter how good he is, he's always thinking he can do better.
It's going to be tough. I'm sure their entire defensive game plan is centered around how to stop him. They're going to be all over him.
Outside, Martin. Out to the right wing. Olynyk, a screen on Brown. Conley's shot is off. The Bulls leading by 7. There's the dish to Wells. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. And Wright kicks to Harrison. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Conley's got 8 points. And David Fizdale, 8 seasons in Miami as an assistant coach, including 2 seasons as assistant head coach. He's been a top coaching prospect for years.
Well, he's dreamed of becoming a head coach. What he does is he has an unbelievable work ethic. He's determined. Also, he has a great feel for the game, and he has a great relationship with his players and the city of Memphis.
Harrison kicks to Wright. Martin wide open. He fires, and it's off from three-point range. The shot by Markkanen, nobody around. No good off the front iron.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Conley kicks to Harrison. Back to Conley. It's Martin on the wing, guarded by Holiday. Memphis moving that ball around, out left to the wing. Here's Harrison. On the miss, not the best shot selection there.
In this first half, he is really falling in love with the 3. So far, not paying dividends.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Outside Conley. It's Martin on the wing. And another miss by Memphis. The Bulls leading by 5. Brown the pass to Felicio. Wells kicks to Markkanen. Shot to stop the drought. He lays it in. Markkanen's got his second bucket.
Hey, look, you got to keep Markkanen out of the paint. He's just too big on that block and imposes his will.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
To the wing on the left. Lets the 3 fly. Connects from three-point range.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Count the basket.
The beauty of the teardrop. Very difficult to really contest.
The Grizzlies trail by 6. Conley kicks to Harrison. Martin dishes to Olynyk. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Serve and the defense there. He makes a terrific read.
Here's Brown. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Off the dribble drive, one of the best ways in this league to get fouled. DJ taking advantage of it.
Every NBA player, Steve, believes in themselves, but some take it to the extreme. When they're on the run, when they're off and cold, they just kind of lose interest, it seems. Which players do you think have this irrational confidence, if you want to call it that?
I think J.R. Smith, every shot, any shot, anywhere he feels is going in, and he will still take shots. He has amnesia. He could be 0 for 10 and keep shooting the basketball. Jamal Crawford is another guy. Those guys, they keep firing. Damian Lillard, they will keep shooting because they feel the next shot is going in.
and they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
He kicks it to Lopez. Over Martin. And that one goes long. The Grizzlies trail by 4. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
Off on the timing, or it may have been a miscommunication.
And the first half comes to a close. We've got a...
Kevin, thank you. 4 threes already in the first half. How have you found all those open looks?
You know, I've just been trying to float and open up whenever I see a play start to develop. You know, if you hesitate just for a moment, things start to close up. So, you know, I've done my best to just stay active and be ready to shoot as soon as I have a chance. Small things like that add up at this level.
You have made the most of it in the first half. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. You look at DJ in this one. He's been everywhere.
And they haven't needed a lot of shots to get their points. Just tremendous efficiency here in the first half.
What I love watching is they are working for high percentage looks and cashing in when they get them.
We've got Tyreke Evans. Conley out there with DeAndre Liggins. And it's Marc Gasol. And it's Reed in at the power forward position. And that's the group for David Fizdale as we begin the second half. Conley, the pass to Gasol. To the inside. And stolen by Valentine. In transition, here come the Bulls from the line. And it's Lopez. That time on the assist by Brown. Brown's got his 7th assist here tonight. The Grizzlies trail by 7. Now here's Evans. In the corner, Reed with it. Outside Conley. Kicks it to Evans. 6 on the shot clock. It's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
Tyreke is good at playing bigger than his size. A great finisher, close to the cup.
Gasol with the steal. The shot by Evans, nobody around. That doesn't go either for Evans. The Bulls leading by 5. Here's Valentine. The three-pointer, no good.
Just 1 for 4 since the break. They are looking for better efficiency on the offensive end.
Conley against Brown. Dishes it to Gasol. And finished off by Gasol.
He has slimmed down a lot from his rookie season. Marc Gasol still strong enough to power through contact. And for Marc Gasol, like a lot of 7-footers, guys, part of the concern is staying healthy. He had a knee injury in 2013, a fractured foot in 2016. Big guys have to cover ground in today's game. It takes a toll.
Brown outside. But he stays with it. They set the pick. He feeds it to Valentine. Stolen by Michael Conley. And it's Memphis on the break. Conley leading the charge. Can't hit from 12. Well, Chicago's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. And those injuries motivated Marc Gasol to slim down and Steve improve his conditioning.
Yes, he used to weigh over 300 pounds. Now he's 7'1" and 255. That's a big difference, and it makes a huge difference as far as the load on those legs.
And it's sent back by Lopez.
And that is the length of Robin Lopez on display.
Levine kicks to Brown. Mirotic dishes to Brown. Back to Mirotic. Lopez a screen. 4 on the clock. And it's DJ missing. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Here's Conley. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
What outstanding concentration from Mike Conley. burying the shot despite the harm. Talk about steady floor generals. Mike Conley definitely comes to mind. Very stingy with his turnovers. He's always under control.
Brown the pass to Lopez. Conley against Mirotic. Lopez a screen. Brown outside. Buries it from three-point range. DJ's got 19 points. And Mike Conley, exactly what you want, Steve, in a point guard. He ticks all the boxes.
He does. He makes the game easier for his teammates. He's a competitor, but more importantly, he's a coach on the floor.
Here's Gasol. He can't get that one to fall. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. A shot by Valentine, no good. Memphis trailing here. Here's Liggins. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Gasol kicks to Liggins. Fires the 3. Chicago grabs the miss. Lopez has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Unloads from 13. And there's Mirotic on the assist by DJ. Mirotic has got his second bucket of the game to go. Outside Conley. Feeds to Liggins. He dishes it to Gasol. Outside Conley. Gasol setting the pick for Conley. Another miss by Conley.
He's being aggressive, trying to turn around the team's fortunes, but he's having a hard time executing. Well, just think what's happening here. He hasn't found his groove, yet they still hold the lead.
Evans dishes to Gasol. And stolen by DJ. Now here's Levine. He's guarded closer. And then Levine with the jam.
Up in the rafters, Zach Levine climbs the ladder as quickly as anyone.
And that replay sponsored by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment, giving us an excellent perspective on the play. So timeout called here, the first for Memphis.
Well, this Bulls team, the definition of mediocre last season, finished a 41-41 record. They decided it was time to trade away Jimmy Butler and go young.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Gasol. Wright comes in for Reed. Jarrell Martin's checked in for Tyreek Evans. And Andrew Harrison subbed in for DeAndre Liggins. The Grizzlies with another miss. And for the Bulls, some felt they didn't get enough back in return for Jimmy Butler from Minnesota. Smitty, what's your take on that?
Well, the Bulls got younger. They got some shooting, which they really needed. Ask me in a few years after we see how these young fellas develop.
Conley with it, now guarded by DJ. Some nice passing there by Memphis. 4 on the clock. Here's Harrison. No good again that time. The Bulls leading by 8. Mirotic has a wide open look, and he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And that's the shot he wants, just a little bit out of rhythm.
Martin kicks to Wright. And the pass to Harrison. Outside Martin. Passes it to Harrison. And another miss by Memphis.
I'll tell you, he just hasn't been able to get it done on the offensive end. It's kind of dragged down the team.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And so it's Memphis with it. 11-point game. To the wing on the left. Conley, the pass to Olynyk. Back to Conley. Pass to Harrison. From beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got his 5th rebound in this one.
Not in rhythm. He had the 2 triples in the first half. None so far in the second.
With some arc. And Conley puts it in. Conley's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And if you're the defense, you have to do a better job against Mike Conley. You can't let him get these inside looks.
Mirotic, a screen on Conley. And that one is good from DJ. DJ's got the lead up to 11 now for the Bulls.
His teammates recognize that he has the hot hand going. That's why they get him the ball every chance they get.
Conley against Brown. The baseline J. Tries again. He lays it in.
This is where Wright generates a lot of his offense, working the glass with that 7'4" wingspan.
Brown. Here's Markkanen. The shot's good. Brown making the play. DJ's got assist number 11 for him here tonight.
It's fine to extend your defense to try and create turnovers, but guys have to help each other.
That's been a problem for them all game. Teamwork is something you just can't turn on and off.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
And for the Grizzlies, Chandler Parsons was the biggest free agent signing in franchise history. They've got to hope his knees allow him to make a big-time impact.
Justin Holiday's checked in for Mirotic. Brown against Conley. Wright sets a screen. Pass to Conley. It's Martin on the wing. And the three ball is good. Martin's got 7 points in the game.
Yeah, and Conley just makes the game fun. Able to shoot, but focused on also facilitating for teammates.
There's the pick. It's Brown with the drive. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
No reason to overcomplicate an easy shot, but hey, he still got it to go.
The pass to Harrison. It's Martin on the wing. The feed to Conley. Here's Harrison. He's got 7. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
He can't get anything to fall this quarter, and obviously that's dragging the whole team down.
Nice shot by Portis. And now a 12-point Bulls lead.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Wright outside. Here's Harrison. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Takes the three. Conley's shot is off. Chicago with the ball. They're on an 18-7 run. He was all alone on that one. Wells has got 6 points in the quarter.
And Wells knows how to drop it in from deep. Whenever he has a clean look from downtown, he's going to get it up immediately.
19 seconds left in the third. Passes it to Harrison. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. 10 points for him.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
And now running it up the court. Martin pushing it up. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And the foul goes against Chicago. The Grizzlies have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
Up in time. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Bulls lead by 11. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. Moments ago from the huddle, let's listen in on head coach Fred Hoiberg.
Hey, what kind of killer instinct we got now, okay? All right.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. The Grizzlies trail by 11. So the Bulls 5 right now. We've got Wells. He's out there with Brown. And it's Felicio in at the 5. Conley dishes to Liggins. Martin kicks to Olynyk. 4 on the shot clock. It's hauled in by Brown. DJ's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Wells. Markkanen passes to DJ. Outside Holiday. Back to Brown. To the inside. Markkanen.
And remember, at 7 feet tall, Markkanen is tough to keep off the board, solid at tracking down misses on that offensive glass.
Liggins dishes to Davis. He kicks to Liggins. He feeds it to Conley. Lets it go with a three. Markkanen pulls it in.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
When you miss a lay-in, it sort of sucks the energy out of your team.
And Liggins kicks to Conley. It's Martin on the wing, guarded by Holiday. Screen by Olynyk. Off the screen. The Grizzlies with another miss.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the two-man game creates a terrific look.
That's how it's drawn up. That is, everything but the finish.
Many teams these days looking to play in transition. Some have suggested widening the definition of the clear path foul to allow those exciting situations to play out. Do you think?
No, I don't think so. I think it's still basketball defensively. I think if you have a guy that's out in front of you, I think the rules right now is fantastic. I don't want to see a change where guys are scared to make a play on the basketball because, hey, if I don't foul him, he gets a chance to get a bucket and 2 more shots. At the end of the game, in a huge game, which they all are, sometimes you want to be able to foul a guy, but if he's in front of you, I like the way the rules are right now.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Willie Reed, he's checked in for Davis, and Tyreek Evans subbed in for Jarrell Martin.
Well, this is what happens when you're pushing the action. DJ draws the foul call.
Free throw good, DJ.
And you think back to just a few years ago when the Bulls were winning the East. That team, core of Rose, Noah, and Dang, had some tough luck not to make it to the finals with that group.
So he gets them both. And with those Rose-led Bulls teams from a few seasons back, it all went south so fast, but those teams were very tough to beat.
It just shows you how much can change in the NBA in a short span. Bulls are working hard to try to get back to that level. It hasn't been an easy road.
From downtown, that's good, and it's Levine with the assist. DJ's got 28 points for the game.
How about his aggressiveness from 3? He caught fire in the first half. Now hits his second one since the break. He's a bad, bad man.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Buries the long-range jumper. Brown's got 8 here in the quarter.
You like the aggressiveness, pushing all the right buttons. He has this team rolling.
Here's Liggins. Conley for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
I see you, young fella. Nice answer there.
Trading bombs from beyond the arc is getting personal.
Brown against Conley. Here's Valentine. From the top of the key, he buries it. And the Bulls lead by 20.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Brown against Conley. Now the dish to Reed. Back to Conley. Puts it up from 12. Not enough on that one as it misses. Here's Chicago. They're on a 14-5 run here. Here's DJ. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Brown's got 33 points.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Conley with it. Here's Liggins. Screen by Olynyk. With the teardrop, and there it is for him. And here are the Bulls now. They're on a 16-7 run. DJ kicks to Felicio. Back to Brown. And Smitty, I heard somewhere that both Larry Bird and Kevin Durant did a lot of wrist strengthening exercises when they were growing up. How important is wrist strength to basketball players, and especially shooters like yourself.
You know, when you're taught the game of shooting a basketball, Kevin, they say get your legs into it. But there's sometimes you are in situations where the only thing you can do is use your arms and your wrists. And you see guys right now from a flat-out standstill position deep behind the three-point line, a la Kevin Durant, Steph Curry. They're just shooting it with all arms and wrists. So it's very important to strengthen your wrists and your arms.
And did you do that? Did you do any of that wrist strengthening when you played, and did you adhere to that?
I did not, Kevin. All I did was did some push-ups.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Lopez a screen. It's Brown with the drive. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way. And the Bulls lead by 20.
You know, the screen and roll, when it's executed well, a nightmare to defend. DJ runs it perfectly.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. And for the Grizzlies, chemistry and continuity have been a strength, but we're seeing some roster changes too.
Yeah, we are. Vets who have helped establish this team starting to move aside. Age is a factor for this group. Also a move by the team to adapt to modern pace and space basketball.
DJ really making a difference here.
Just killing it from deep. They've got to be all up in his jersey at all times. Give him even an inch, and you're just asking for him to drop another triple on you.
Marc Gasol's checked in for Kelly Olynyk. And Chicago also making a switch. Mirotic is checked in for Felicio. Here's the screen. Kicks to Evans. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Reed the pass to Gasol. Over Lopez. And it falls over the rim and in. 17 points for Marc Gasol.
Marc Gasol scores from so many spots on the floor, utilizing his length and wide frame incredibly well on offense. We will talk about feed the hot hand. That's what they're doing this quarter, which is why they've been able to maintain momentum.
Steve, you're known for your three-point shooting, but as more and more teams look to space the floor and shoot threes, we've heard some legends, like Isaiah Thomas, for instance, complain that everyone is playing the same. What do you think about that?
You know, me and Isaiah, we've definitely talked about it, and I look at it, yes, we have some guys that's multi-talented, but everybody can't shoot threes. If you're a good guy that be able to knock down with a high percentage, shoot the three. But if you're a mid-range guy, you can still be an all-star shooting the mid-range. Play to your strength, work on that shooting threes, but I just hate when 5, 6, 7 guys, everybody's running to that line, and that's all we're seeing. You got to defend, you got to rebound, you got to block shots, you got to do other things, because that still is the way you can win the game, by doing all things, not just shoot threes.
And really having the best teams in history always had guys that can do different things, a ball handler, a rebounder, a screener, a long shooter.
Yeah.
It's always a combination of all those things instead of everybody doing the same
You're
thing.
so right, Kevin. And even though we've been in this three-point era, in the last 2 or 3 years, rebounding the basketball and defending still can win basketball games for you.
4 on the clock. Liggins dishes to Gasol. Almost, but it rolls out. The Bulls leading by 20. And here is DJ. Well, every so often a team will have a home game and see their stadium flooded with fans for the away team. Happens when a especially good, popular team is playing a team kind of in a bad part of their schedule, or maybe just in a bad part of their development. Smitty, do players notice when this happens, and does it bother them at all?
Yeah, players notice it. It does bother you. It happened to me when in the Chicago Bulls era. You'll hear people cheering more for Michael Jordan than their own players. It's because people love to see winners. People have their favorite players, and a lot of people right now look at it as they want to come see their favorite player. As a player, you just got to go out, beat Michael Jordan, go out and win, and usually the fans will turn into your favor.
Dishes it to Lopez. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. They get Marc Gasol.
And you're going to have to foul Robin Lopez harder than that. He's just too strong. Well, whenever you watch the Bulls, you can't help but think back to their golden age. I remember those days. The 90 Bulls are arguably one of the best teams ever. Hard to argue with the greatness of those teams.
Conley gets the bucket.
Great concentration from Conley. The shot well contested, but it didn't matter.
Kick out to Levine. Brown against Conley. Mirotic sets the screen for DJ. To the middle. Lopez left side. Brown against Conley. Shoots it. That one off the back iron and out. And Smitty, you got to play against Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen in the 90s. Just what was it like going up against them during their peak as a team?
A nightmare. The reason why you had two wing defenders in Jordan and Pippen who could guard the basketball. And then you had both those guys that were excellent on offense. And at the end of the game, they had the greatest closer of all time, in my opinion, in MJ.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Bulls.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
And I think coming into this game, these guys felt they had the confidence to win. And looking at the season they've had already, 58 wins. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
I mean, they just rolled into this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Great production offensively tonight. How did you find some rhythm?
Thanks, DA. You know, I was just trying to find the seams in their defense, and my teammates did a really good job of just finding me in positions that I could score. You know, I don't score as much as I did tonight unless the rest of the team is just really making things easy for me. So honestly, they deserve all the credit.
No, you're way too kind. You deserve some of it, too. Congratulations, guys.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
You know you can also shoot twos, right?
Yeah, but in college, I learned that 3 is greater than 2.
10-footers are fun. Layups? I mean, you don't remember layups?
Top of the key? Do you remember top of the key?
Everybody look out. DJ Bird's in the building.
DJ, you're up.
All right, let's do this.
So DJ, everyone is talking about season-ending awards, and obviously you're the front runner for Rookie of the Year. Any thoughts on that?
You know, individual awards, they never really meant that much to me. I play for the team, I play for the coaches, for the fans, for the wins. You know, at the same time, there's a lot of talented rookies out there this year, and so to be a part of that conversation, especially since I wasn't even drafted, it's a real honor.
Short and sweet.
Yeah, said what I needed to say. Didn't feel like blabbering on.
Oh, you got places to be.
Oh, you know it.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
We hope you're wearing green out there tonight. Happy St. Patty's Day from all of us at 2K Sports. You got to have something green on. You got something green on, Kenny?
Yes, I do. My socks.
Do you? And do you have maybe a St. Patrick's Day, like an Irish accent you can give us?
Of course I do. Ready?
Yeah.
It's getting better, Ernie.
That's what you use for every...
That's not Irish.
It's getting better, though.
British.
That's British.
No, that's Irish.
No, it isn't. I guess
better.
it's somebody Irish.
It's getting better, though, right?
Somebody in Britain probably speaks like that.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
We hope you're wearing the green today on this special presentation of the NBA on St. Patrick's Day. With Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will join us from the sidelines. We'll see the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Chicago Bulls. And Doris, when you have two good teams playing, two teams that may legitimately meet one another down the road, does this game take on extra importance?
Well, it certainly will force their attention. The guys will be sharper. They'll be more locked in on the schemes, Kev. I can't wait for this one.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. Inside, we got the tenacious Love and Thompson. Thomas and Smith teaming up in the backcourt. And it's James in at the small forward. From outside the arc, and no good. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And no doubt in my mind, the overriding factor in that game was their huge edge on the backboard.
It is hard to dispute that the extra boards leading to extra possessions, converting on crucial baskets made all the difference.
Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
That's a vicious assault on the rim by LeBron. Incredibly accomplished dunker who's still got plenty of bounce in his step.
Great way to see the alley-oop. That replay courtesy of Under Armour. Another unleash chaos moment. Now here is Smith following the miss by DJ. Thomas, no good. Levine wide open. Off target from three-point range. Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. James, the pass to Thomas. It's a pick by Love. Thomas with the ball. Picked up by Brown. Love kicks to LeBron. Over Levine, 6 to shoot. And again, LeBron James. James has got his second basket of the game.
One of the few men in the league who could probably average a triple-double. LeBron just continues to shine.
It's Brown with the drive. And the Cavs, once again, looking to will their way, Doris, to a title. Every year, the competition seems to grow fiercer.
Yes, but they seem to be a team that thrives on adversity. Think back to 2016 when they overcome that 3-1 deficit. Last season, it was the largest second-half comeback in playoff history. There's no quit in these Cavaliers.
Thompson sets the pick for Love. Pass to Thompson. It's a pick by Love. Thompson dishes to Thomas. Love the pass to Thomas. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Thomas got his first bucket in this one.
Well, you have to stay attached to Isaiah Thomas because in catch-and-shoot situations, this guy is ready to fire. Check out that assist. You can tell a player who's seeing the whole floor very well.
Cavaliers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Teron Lou and I had a few minutes to share. Said the key to this game is how much they can limit the quality looks inside. He said when you're playing a team like this, you don't stand a chance if you give them easy shots down low. We'll see who wins that battle, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks. Now Thomas following the three-point attempt by DJ. Thompson in the corner. Offensive rebound. James with the bucket. LeBron's got 6. The Bulls have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Lopez, a screen on Love. Brown. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
There you go. Not the best start, but maybe that's the shot that gets him in rhythm.
Smith kicks to Thompson. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Well, we the North are starting to turn out some players, right? Out of Toronto, Canada, Tristan Thompson. He doesn't have the most expansive offensive skill set, but guys, his motor is as good as it gets.
And Thompson, one of the most relentless rebounders in the NBA.
Well, this is the elite skill he brings to the table. His durability and nightly effort on the boards make him a hugely valuable player, worthy of that contract.
Now James, following the three-point attempt by DJ. The 3. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Chicago trailing here. Levine kicks to Brown. And that misses. That would have put him up.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And Love with his second chance points.
Boy, how do you like the determination from Love right there? You have to put a body on this guy whenever a shot goes up.
Brown against Thomas. Brown dishes to Levine. Back to Brown. And again, Chicago, no good.
Boy, he hasn't given them much of anything tonight. He's got to look for his own shot a little less and keep the ball moving.
Wasted no time on that one. Smith's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
DJ passes to Lopez to stop the run, and it's good on the layup.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
So for Cleveland, their last game, a win against Portland.
And the story of that game was their terrific rhythm on the offensive end.
Right, you could tell they were in a groove all night. They looked comfortable, they didn't rush. It was gorgeous execution.
Brown kicks to Lopez. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Isaiah Thomas. Doris, you ended a very successful college career a few years before professional women's basketball was fully established. How much do you wish you could have had a chance to go pro and play in what is now the WNBA?
How about this, Kev? The last 10 minutes of my senior season, the last 10 minutes of my final game, I blow out my knee. Otherwise, I would have gone to either Sweden or Ireland to play professionally. But sure, Of course I wish the WNBA was formed. It came 10 years after my graduation in 1987. Oh, what could have been.
Yeah. And Doris is thriving, right? I mean, there is such a following for the WNBA.
Last year's finals may be the most competitive in history. It's really grown leaps and bounds.
So fun to watch. Here's James after the basket by Nikola Mirotic. Thomas, that's good.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
It's Brown with the drive. Rebound, Love.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backdoor. Bad shot there. The trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
I'm not sure why he doesn't continue to move the basketball. Would have served that team much better.
Cleveland leading by 5. Thomas with the ball. Now guarded by DJ. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And when you look at Jay Crowder, he kind of bridges that gap between role player / star player. The numbers might not wow you, but his tough play at both ends of the court is extremely valuable.
Felicios checked in for Lopez. Cleveland also making some changes. Channing Fries checked in for Love. Jefferson comes in for J.R. Smith. And it's Rose in for Isaiah Thomas. Here's Mirotic. The shot's good. Brown making the play. DJ's got his 4th assist in this one. Cleveland's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. And Greg, wouldn't you agree, Crowder clearly one of the best in the NBA in defending?
Without question. I mean, this guy guards 3 positions every night. And the combination of strength, quick feet, and then the quick hands make him a problem.
Now DJ after the missed 3 from Shammy Wells. It's Brown with the drive. Mirotic's shot is off.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
The feed to Jefferson. Rebound by the Bulls.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Well, that's just stellar interior defense. You can't ask for anything more than that.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
And here is LeBron after the 3-pointer from Shammy Wells. LeBron kicks to Fry. Rose with the ball. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Just 4 to shoot. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And Chicago shooting looking a little out of sorts early, 37%. Brown outside. Feeds it to Mirotic. Another 3 for Chicago.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Screen by Jefferson. They set the pick. LeBron dishes to Rose. Back to James. 3-pointer. That shot, no good. And the Bulls going the other way now. The Cavaliers beat them last time when these two teams met in Cleveland.
Yeah, I just thought their energy was lacking defensively. Just gave up way too many easy shots.
And when the defense isn't there, Greg, you really open up the floodgates for the other team. They didn't have any heart.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And here's Rose following the 3 from Nikola Mirotic. Trying to get back on track. Rose can't get that one to fall.
Now that's where they want to go with the ball. They can tolerate a few misses as long as he gets his touches inside.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And so it's Cleveland with it after the Bulls pick up 2. Fry passes to Rose. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup.
I tell you, that's good defense. But Rose with the better shot-making ability, living it up on the interior.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Over to the wing. And Mirotic kicks to DJ. Here's the screen. Now the pass to Wells. plucks it off the glass. Wow. And we'll be right back after this. And LeBron James trying to will his Cavaliers team to a title. Teammate Kevin Love says LeBron made it clear from the start what he expected.
He sat us down maybe right before the first practice and kind of spoke about.
When someone like LeBron talks about what you need to bring to the table, you better bring it.
No doubt about that. I think if they just keep following LeBron's advice, the sky's the limit.
And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Bulls?
Yeah, it didn't take them long to get that transition game going.
Not at all. Every time they get the ball, they're looking to burn the defense in transition.
Brown out there with Wells, and it's Felicio in at the 5 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Grizzlies had a huge game. He scored 35 points, and he got those points as he always does, knocking down shots from beyond the arc. The numbers in that game make me anxious to see what he can do tonight. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you, guys. Could you believe that performance? Wow.
I mean, it was really something to see. I mean, he showed everybody just how special he is when he is on his game.
Well, that was an elite performance, and it didn't seem to matter what approach they used to try to slow this guy down. He had an answer for everything.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Fantastic anticipation. Then he shows major explosiveness converting at the other end.
Basket counts. 10 points for LeBron.
Kevin, the vision by Rose, right? Hits the open man. He's creating for others, and this guy is so tough to deal with.
And how about the excellent court vision? Just keeping the defense off balance.
I'll tell you, Greg, his passing has been absolutely outstanding. He is threading the needle right now.
Now here's James. He had 34 points in the win against Portland.
And LeBron James showing no signs of slowing up anytime soon, scoring with ease.
Brown against Rose. He hits Brown with the drive and stolen by Fry. James in the post. Tries to keep it alive. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. Jaron Grant. The Bulls leading by 9. The shot by Markkanen, nobody around. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Cleveland's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. The dish to Fry. Left side, Love. Back to LeBron. LeBron with another miss.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Cavaliers with the rebound. LeBron's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Here's Thomas. And he's fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
And Isaiah Thomas, the 60th and final pick of the 2011 draft. Greg, he definitely plays with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, I call it the little man syndrome. He's driven to prove himself. I mean, he's overcome the odds. In league history, only 9 players 5'9" or shorter have played 1,000 minutes or more in a season. And he's not just playing, he's playing at the highest level.
And here's Rose following the three-pointer by DJ. Rose kicks to Love. Rebound by the Bulls. Markkanen's got his 5th rebound in this one. Levine dishes to Brown. Three-pointer. And there's Levine on the assist by DJ. DJ's got assist number 11 for him here tonight. The Cavaliers trail by 15. Rose kicks to Fry. Outside Thomas. Back to Fry. And Thomas has it in the corner. Shot clock at 6. And the shot is good. Thomas got 9 points in the quarter.
I think you could see early on that he was really with a rhythm and flow tonight, and now he's really starting to take off.
And here is DJ. A 35-point game for him in the win against Memphis.
You know, he was also one of their key contributors on the glass. His effort was terrific.
Yeah, after a first quarter where they struggled from long range, they've really started to get it closer to the basket.
Here's James. Good on the shot.
Now, guys, that's just superior strength by James. Even when the defense roughs him up, he's more than capable of playing through them. It's amazing.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
This season, the percentage right around 72%, so not the kind of success he was hoping for.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. There's a screen. DJ passes to Markkanen. Yep, that one goes. Markkanen's got 7 points in the game.
You know, rough start for him, but he seems to have turned the corner here in the second period.
Thomas a screen. Rose kicks to Thomas. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. 16 points for Isaiah Thomas.
Boy, a good screen can make all the difference sometimes. I'm not sure Kevin Love gets enough credit for what he does to get his guys open.
And so it's Chicago, holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the... Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third. And welcome back as we continue our St. Paddy's Day broadcast. We're seeing a tremendous game from Isaiah Thomas.
And in that first half, something we don't see a lot of from him, the ability to make everyone around him better.
I don't think there's any question that that's an added bonus for this team, Greg. I'll be interested to see, can he keep it up in the second half?
On the court for Cleveland, Thomas and Smith teaming up in the backcourt. The two stars, LeBron and Love, making up the forward positions. And it's Thompson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Lopez a screen. DJ dishes to Lopez. Doris, you've seen the game from many different angles. If you were a general manager, what would you look for if you were hiring a coach?
You know, it seems to me one of the most important aspects of being a head coach in the NBA, your ability to be a people person, to relate, to pull the strings that motivate different types of players. You know, I look at someone like Steve Kerr, who seems to have such a great feel for the pulse of his team, that seems to understand the players who respond well to sort of him getting in their grill. The other players who maybe need to be pulled aside privately because pride is in play. Listen, everybody has X's and O knowledge as a head coach in the NBA, or they wouldn't be in that position. To me, it's as much about managing egos and minutes and being a good person and invested in those players as it is the X and O's.
Have you ever seen a great coach who wasn't also a great communicator in their own way?
No, I think communication may be the #1 skill aside from obviously basketball acumen.
Here's Levine. Smith with some nice D.
Boy, the defense gets into his head and alters his release when he really doesn't have to.
LeBron James on the wing. This one for 3. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Brown outside. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
I'll tell you, those threes are so valuable from DJ because they force the D to stretch out, and that opens the rest of the floor.
Here's Smith, and he uses the glass on the layup. Smith's got 8 points.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Guys, Tristan Thompson has one of the longest consecutive games played streaks in NBA history. He said, the mind's a powerful thing, and if you tell your brain everything is all right, you'd be surprised on the stuff you can achieve. We have the mental toughness to push through our limits. That's how you become great and test yourself as a player. Kevin?
Well, David, Thompson's certainly a mentally strong player. Always nice to have someone you can rely on night in and night out.
I'll tell you, he's got a good grasp of low-post offense. DJ doing work in the interior.
Thomas with the ball. Now defended by Levine. Thompson passes to James. Another miss by James.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Listen, he's been a key component of their offense tonight. Efficient and effective.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. DJ really making a difference here.
Yeah, he's just torching them right now. A good decision to huddle up, kind of hit the reset button, and figure out how to slow his roll.
So for the Bulls, Bobby Portis is checked in for Markkanen. Justin Holiday comes in for Ballantyne. And Wells is subbed in for Levine. Then for the Cavaliers, Jay Crowder's checked in for Love. And it's Jefferson in for J.R. Smith. Brown against Thomas. The screen from Thompson. And it's sent back by Lopez.
You know, it's blocks like that which make Lopez such a factor in the paint.
The Bulls leading by 9. Brown kicks to Wells. And Lopez throws it down.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
Yeah, you know, they may have gotten the feeling he would dish it off, but he had a surprise for them.
Thomas kicks to Crowder. Clock at 6. The 3-ball. And the 3-ball is good. Crowder's got 7.
The Crowder is not going to be disrupted. This guy has razor-sharp focus on contested opportunities. The Cavs coach Tyronn Lue grew up in the small town of Mexico, Missouri. He saw it all at a young age, good and bad.
Brown outside. That will fall for his 7th bucket, 7 for 15 in this game.
Building confidence in that deep ball, 1 from distance in the first, 2 in the second.
Screen by Jefferson. James kicks to Thomas. Floats it up for James. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Well, this is where Isaiah Thomas's ability to pick apart the defense. The man is the maestro at finding his teammates.
It was beautiful the first time, but Under Armour showing us the replay of that tremendous alley-oop again. Another unleash chaos moment. And Coach Tyronn Lue credits the influence of his hometown on teaching him how to live life.
All right, Kev, he says it taught him the things to do and the things not to do in life. He was straight as an arrow during his pro career, never once got a technical in 11 years of playing. Quite remarkable.
Felicio's checked in for Chicago. Then for the Cavaliers, Fry comes in for Thompson. And it's Rose in for Thomas.
And Wells has such a quick release. He's ready to pull as soon as the ball hits his hand.
Lets it go from 11. No good off the back of the rim. The Bulls leading by 12. Brown outside. Off target with his 3. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And a wide open look for James. Cleveland the rebound. Jefferson, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul goes against Chicago.
Yeah, crafty as they come. Richard Jefferson catches the defender slightly out of position, and now he'll go to the free throw line. Wow, what a long and fruitful career for Richard Jefferson. Remember, guys, this was the 13th overall pick back in 2001. He's more of a jump shooter now than the tremendous athlete, slasher, dunker he was early. I'll tell you what, he can still surprise you every now and again with a big-time finish.
DJ passes to Felicio. It's blocked.
What anticipation by Channing Frye. Measures it up and sends it back.
Jefferson dishes to Rose. They set the pick. Outside, Crowder shoots the 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And Doris, you remember Richard Jefferson alongside Jason Kidd in New Jersey helped lead them to consecutive NBA Finals appearances.
Yeah, he had a pretty auspicious beginning to his career with those Finals appearances. But you've got to believe it feels great to now say, I am an NBA champion, as he won one with the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And Fry kicks to Rose. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Offensive rebound. Here's James, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
Amazing persistence from LeBron James. This guy does not quit on the glass.
Brown, the pass to Portis. Doors with every team looking to spread the floor, get that space. Most big men are being asked to increase their range. Is the practice time going into that taking away from working, for instance, on other fundamentals that a big guy should be working on?
Here's how you know this is for real. When you hear Dwight Howard talking about the fact that this guy is going to spend an entire summer trying to develop the range because he wants to extend his playing career.
Sure.
Dwight Howard at one time was the single most dominant back-to-the-basket low-post center. They surrounded him with shooters. They put him in pick and roll, and he was an absolute monster. You know what? I don't know if it'll take away from the other fundamentals for the center. I do know that the role of center has drastically changed in the NBA.
Brown outside. Sinks the triple. DJ's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Timeout called. Cleveland. DJ really making a difference here.
Well, I think this is a necessary timeout so they can figure out a way to limit the impact this guy's having from three-point range. They've got to dedicate more resources to their perimeter D.
The Cavaliers trail by 12. Outside Rose. And they will call over the back on the play.
Yeah, pretty obvious over the back call there, but being out of position, that was really the only option.
Right, or he can just concede the rebound, and probably better off doing that than picking up a silly foul.
Love's checked in for the Cavaliers. Rose with the ball. Picked up by Brown. And another miss by Cleveland.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
The shot's good.
Boy, Kev, what a feed. That's what you get from DJ, someone who understands where to put the basketball and when.
The wide open look for Love. And it's good off the back rim and in. Love's got his third basket of the night. 1:49 left in the third quarter. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Let's use this break in the action to show you the teams that in the last 10 games have been the NBA's best fast break teams. Number 1, the Bulls.
I mean, tough to maintain this kind of pace over an entire season. But let me tell you, they are really running right now.
Smith checked in for Jay Crowder.
Oh, JR has no problem drilling a shot from that kind of range.
DJ with it, guarded now by Kevin Love. They set the pick. Brown kicks to Wells. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Wells has got 8 points in the quarter.
Back at you. That's payback for the 3 on the other end.
Well, I just like the shot selection in that instance. He wanted to get him back, and he did just that with the 3.
Love dishes to LeBron. And again, it's Cleveland.
Boy, as aggressive as he's been hitting all these shots, they're still behind.
Brown inside. He's covered by Rose. And it's Brown missing. In the corner, Smith with it. Another 3 for Cleveland.
Making a huge difference from deep tonight. That was a big-time shot.
That's where the bulk of his offense has come from, and they're going to need a few more of them before this one's over.
Costa Felicio. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Mirotic, the screen. Offensive rebound. Up top, Brown. Defended by Jefferson. Mirotic sets the screen for DJ. Back to Mirotic. There's a good screen. On the wing, Brown. A second chance effort. Another one falls for Chicago.
I'll tell you, we know DJ's capable of putting on a great one-man show, either with his music or with his basketball, and this has been a heck of a show tonight.
And so it's Chicago with a 10-point lead, some breathing room heading into the break. They've done a lot of great work from long range. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Moments ago from the huddle, let's listen in on head coach Fred Hoiberg.
Make them feel us now, all right? We got to guard them, all right?
Just 1 quarter left in regulation. Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. The Bulls leading by 10. We've got Valentine. Markkanen is out there with Mirotic. And it's DJ. And it's Levine in at the shooting guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
I think that's a message, Kevin. DJ marches right down the lane, uses his body to create space.
Wallace with it, now defended by Markkanen. Love the pass to James. And stolen by DJ. Markkanen kicks to DJ. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. 9 points for Lauri Markkanen.
And remember, at 7 feet tall, Markkanen is tough to keep off the board, solid at tracking down misses on that offensive glass.
Outside Rose. And taken away by Brown. And Levine with the slam.
Body control, flair for the dramatic. Levine in style.
And stolen by DJ. Makes it off the glass. DJ's got 29.
And it's been about that execution offensively. I mean, they have been superb.
There's no doubt. They're making all the right moves. Their chemistry tonight has been...
Whoa!
Stop it! That is why the ticket price is what it is when LeBron is in town. Amazing dunk to finish the play.
DJ dishes to Mirotic. The shot's good. Brown making the play. 17 points for Nikola Mirotic.
Another triple, and that's been the story of this second half.
Boy, they have consistently been draining shots from deep, and that can take the heart out of an opponent.
It's a pick by Love. James against Levine. 6 to shoot. Stolen by Levine. Back to Brown. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. Doris, for you in evaluating how good a player was over his career. You can look at analytics, statistics, whatever avenue you want to take. How important are the rings, the championships in that equation for you?
You know, I know there is some conversation that's saying if you don't have a ring, your career wasn't great. I would say this to you. Karl Malone and John Stockton are in no way diminished in terms of their Hall of Fame credentials simply because they lacked a ring. Sometimes it's the era within which you're operating. Michael Jordan was the greatest player of his generation. Some would say the greatest player of all time. I would say that Karl Malone and John Stockton, unfortunately, were at their peak, in the peak of maybe the greatest player, Michael Jordan. So in no way is someone like Patrick Ewing diminished in terms of his stature and greatness simply because the Knicks were never able to break through. I don't buy that argument.
You frame that so well. Levine inside the three-point line. Here's Lopez. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Brown against Thomas. And James throws it down hard.
The elevation and athleticism of LeBron at his size, just incredible.
And Doris, we've seen the offensive game of LeBron James evolve over the years, adding a post game, improving his three-pointer.
Well, I think, Kevin, like all the greats, the work habits and willingness to add dimensions to his game have always been there. We understand passing and playmaking have been the constants of his career, but now he understands he's got to vary the way his points and his productivity come.
And both free throws good for DJ.
And guys, with DJ, you can see his appreciation for the game, right? And for the work it took to get here. He doesn't take anything for granted. I love it.
Smith, the pass to Love. Tipped away and stolen by DJ. And now here's Markkanen, the fast break chance. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. LeBron with it. Now defended by Levine.
Hey, get LeBron, get LeBron.
LeBron against Levine. Here's Thompson. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And Tristan Thompson in the middle, a player, Greg, who understands his role.
He just plays hard and does the little things. Defense, rebounding, energy. When he's blocking shots and protecting the rim, he is one of the best bigs in our league.
Thompson knows he needs to keep working on that free throw shot. It definitely needs improvement.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Crowder's checked in. The Cavaliers trail by 19. Smith on the wing, guarded by Levine. Right side Crowder. Passes it to Thomas. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Jumper off the screen. The putback, and the rebound goes to Lopez. Brown kicks to Valentine. An even 3-on-3 break. Levine against Smith for 3. Love. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. And 12 points for Kevin Love.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
It's Brown with the drive, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
DJ not allowing the defense to dictate the action. Instead, he goes on the attack, drives the lane, and forces the foul.
And both free throws good for DJ.
Really getting after the defense since the break. He's so hard to keep off the line when he pushes the action.
Kicks to Crowder. He feeds it to Love. Another miss by Love.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Levine. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
I tell you, we think of him as a dunker, but you've got to appreciate Levine's touch and his creativity.
Here's Thomas. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And anytime he takes the court, you can bet Isaiah Thomas is #1 with a bullet atop the other team's scout report.
And he knows it too, Kev. Facing all of these double teams, this guy's worked so hard to become even more dynamic as a scorer and passer. He can finish with either hand. He can hit threes on the move. This guy is relentless, looking to improve.
For 3, Levine doesn't go that time. So Cleveland will take it the other way. Smith for 3. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Chicago leading by 18. Here's DJ, and DJ throws it down.
And you got to like the vision for Markkanen. I mean, a big man who knows how to find the open man.
Thomas dishes to Love. They set the screen. The screen from Thompson. Thomas passes to Love. Smith against Levine, and here's Love for 3. Rebound by the Bulls. Lopez has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Brown wide open, he fires. No good on the 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Smith. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Thomas got assist number 8 here in this one already. It's Brown with the drive.
How about not shying away from contact? DJ earns a trip to the stripe. Solid physical play, Kev.
James checked in for the Cavaliers. The first free throw is good. Bobby Portis is checked in for Markkanen. And Brown drops them both. Doris, I've heard you talk often about instituting a play clock from the very beginnings of someone learning the game of basketball.
Kevin, I think this is absolutely critical to the future of the game of basketball here in the United States, because the Europeans right now, from the formative stages, from the youngest someone picks up the game of basketball, play under duress of the shot clock. And the reason that's important is you must be a three-tool player to play under duress of the shot clock, meaning you've got to be a triple threat. You've got to be able to pass it, dribble it, and shoot it. And to do that with the pressure of a shot clock leaning in on you from those earliest moments is significant. And I know I have the backing of guys like R.C. Buford and Rick Carlisle. They believe, more important than me, intelligent basketball people believe that in the United States, we must institute a shot clock from the time guys and young women pick up the game.
From 10 feet out, it's rebounded by Cleveland. Smith outside to the paint. Left block shot on the way. It's deflected. On the wing, Levine. Pass to Portis. Dishes it to Brown. Lopez inside, defended by Crowder. And that one is good from DJ.
Just terrific determination. First, compiling the lead, and now building on it.
Yeah, Greg, I think it's very difficult coming back in this instance. They have owned this game. Don't see them coughing up this lead.
Tries it from 9. James, no good.
Well, the defense harassing him every step of the way makes that a really tough look.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Chicago.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they'd sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
And reaching an impressive milestone on the year, this will be win number 60. And guys, they have played so well this season, I think pretty much any given night, they've come in with that swagger and attitude, and they've really backed it up.
That's breathing a huge sigh of relief, guys. They're on their way to a win here, avoiding losing all 4 games of the season series.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for DJ.
Boy, his activity really stood out to me on the defensive end. He harassed ball handlers, came up with steals in transition. You had the feeling guys were looking over their shoulder, worried he was going to pick their pocket.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Thomas. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
What burst by Isaiah Thomas. This guy is such a shifty guard who specializes in drawing contact.
And the first one. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started rhythm, they never felt like they had any doubt as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Great game, DJ.
Thanks.
Listen, the guys in the studio want to talk to you.
Okay. Let's
All
do
right.
it.
Right this way.
Hey, what's up? It's the Jet. Nice work on getting another win, man. How have you guys been able to keep this win streak?
Well, Kenny, you know, the big thing for us during this stretch is that every night it's a different guy stepping up. We have a great atmosphere on the team, and when one player is on a roll, we like to feed him the ball and just keep it going. It takes a full team effort, top to bottom, to keep a win streak like this alive.
And that's exactly true. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. I will.